Hi friends! So today we are going to be continuing to work on our nonfiction writing that we are doing. We are creating a whole book. I wasn't kidding when I told you that we were going to be making a chapter book, because look at all these pages. We have so much writing that we are doing. You're going to be so proud of this book when we're all finished. At the next distribution day, you get to pick up a little packet that's going to be where you publish and illustrate your book. I can't wait to see these books. They are going to be awesome. So today we're working on chapter 5. After that, we have 2 more chapters that we're going to work on writing. And I want you, as you are doing your writing, to remember the goals that you made at the beginning and make sure that you're working to meet those goals. If your goal was to use capitals and periods, I should see capitals and periods on every single sentence. If you said that you're going to be showing, not telling, that means I should see really descriptive language in there, using interesting words, spelling words correctly. I should see effort towards all of that in your goals. And I know that we are showing a lot of growth as writers already. So today I'm working on chapter 5, and I'll be talking about the different lands that you can find in Disneyland. And the different lands, I don't know if you have been to Disneyland before, but when you go to Disneyland, I'll pull a map out right here. When you go to Disneyland, like here's a whole map of Disneyland, and you can see that there are different parts of Disneyland that you can visit. So like New Orleans has the Haunted Mansion. Critter Country has Splash Mountain. Star Wars Galaxy Edge is obviously a whole Star Wars land. Tomorrowland has lots of stuff that is like in the future. Fantasyland is like princesses and like Pinocchio and all that kind of stuff. Toontown is all the stuff that's about Mickey, and Main Street USA is like a old-fashioned kind of town, and Adventureland is like the Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones, and just things that you would see in like places where they would be like a forest and adventures and things like that. And so today I'll be talking about the different lands that are in Disneyland. And oh my goodness, do I feel lucky that I have this map just handy. This is from last year. We were able to actually go to Disneyland, if you can believe it, before coronavirus became something that we have to deal with all the time. All right, so I am going to be writing about the lands today, and we're going to open our story or our chapter today with a sound effect or talking. Now, that may sound strange, but if you are talking about snow, think about what it sounds like outside when you go out and there's snow everywhere. There's a hush. It's so quiet. And so you might talk about how it sounds outside when it snows. If you're in Hawaii, you might be sitting on the beach and hearing the waves roll in, have a little ocean breeze, the palm trees are kind of making that rustling noise. If you're writing about playing video games, you might talk about how usually when you turn on most video game systems, they have some kind of sound effect, like dunk, 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 or something like that, you know, where you check in. Like when I think about Among Us, like if you were writing about Among Us, you could write about like that sound of space, you know, and there's like beep, little beep noises and different things like that. And so you're going to think about, what does yours sound like? Now with mine, I started thinking about how when you are in Disneyland, they do something called a rope drop. So that means they let guests into the park, but they don't let you, I'll get my map out. They let you go to right here around that circle, but they don't let you into any of the lands. They actually have a rope that goes across all those areas. And right when they are about to drop the rope and let all the guests go, they go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and they do an announcement that says, welcome to this day in Disneyland. And so I thought, that's how I want to start my story this time. So it says sound or talking. And so you might have an announcement like I have. So I know like we have somebody who's writing about cooking. You might talk about the sound that it makes when you like tear the lettuce. You might talk about the conversations that you have. Like your mom might say, don't forget to tear the lettuce into bite-sized pieces or something like that. And so be thinking about the sounds that go along with it. And so I'm going to use, because I'm using talking, I'm going to put quotations around it and say, ladies and gentlemen, and remember, right now you are not writing. You're watching, and as soon as the video's over, then it's your turn to write. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disneyland. And of course, it's a guy with a really deep voice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disneyland. The voice booms over the speakers as the cast members drop the rope and let the guests into the Disneyland. Actually, I'm going to say the Disneylands. Okay, so do you notice that I put talking marks, quotation marks around there? And then I told who's saying that. The voice booms over the speakers and then I told what's happening as the cast members drop the rope and let the guests into the Disneylands. Disneyland. So now I'm going to tell 4 more fact sentences. How many lands does Disneyland have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so Disneyland has 9 lands. When, whoops. You enter a new land, you are transported to a whole new place. You might find yourself in a fairy tale with castles and I want to say prince and princesses. So I'm going to get rid of this and. Castles, princes, and princesses. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disneyland. The voice booms over the speakers as the cast members drop the rope and let the guests into Disneyland. Disneyland has 9 lands. When you enter a new land, you are transported to a whole new place. You might find yourself in a fairy tale with castles, princes and princesses. There are also lands like Galaxy's Edge, or Tomorrowland. that propel you into the future. Adventureland Frontierland and Critter Country all are lush with forests, deserts, and wild animals. No matter where you go in Disneyland, you will be in a world of imagination. Okay, now I'm going to go through and make sure I did my jobs. I'm going to make sure I have capitals and periods, and I'm going to make sure that I have at least 5 sentences, with the first sentence being a sound or talking. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Disneyland. The voice booms in the speakers. Cast 1. Disneyland 5 lands. Disneyland, you're transported to a new place. You find yourself in the fairy tale cast benefits. There are also lands like Galaxy's Edge, Tomorrowland that propel you into the future. Adventureland, Frontierland, and Critter Country are all lush with forests, deserts, and wild animals. No matter where you go. Oh my gosh, I have 7 sentences. I have capitals and periods on all my sentences, so I am ready to take a picture of this and send it to Mrs. Littlejohn. I'm excited to read about your sound effect or talking part in your story, and make sure that you have all the sentences you're supposed to have. Thank you, my friends. See you soon.